Hello everyone, my name is Rowley. Today I want to introduce the security and privacy in WBAN for healthcare applications. In recent years, the number of computer products used by an individual person has increased rapidly. Other products are implanted in people to monitor various body functions and conditions as well as the surrounding environment. WBAN is a technique that is used for remote monitoring the patient's health and collecting information from the in-body sensors. It consists of a small wireless network that contains several small devices which are sensor nodes and actuators. The sensor nodes are placed directly either on the body or under the skin of a person to compute body parameters. Awareness healthcare applications bring many benefits and challenges to healthcare sector. These benefits provide a convenient environment that can monitor the daily lives and medical situation of patients at any time, anywhere, and without limitations. On the other hand, one of the most important challenges to this new technology in healthcare is security and privacy. Security means data is protected from unauthorized users when being transferred, collected, processed, and safely stored. DOS and DDoS attacks are often cited as being at the root of security vulnerabilities in the routing protocol. Malicious information can also be inserted into the network via the router. Medical sensors sense the patient's body conditions and send messages to doctors or the hospital server. These messages from the sensors may be attacked. For example, an adversary may capture the data from the wireless channels and modify the results. He may later pass the attacked data to the doctors or the server. This could imperil the life of the patients. Given the vulnerabilities of patients' security should be the most important thing when considering using technology in the healthcare setting. On the other hand, privacy suggests the authority to control the collecting and usage personal information. Any patient's important information should be stored, used, and considered sensitive, especially for patients with a socially accepted disease. If the information were shared between medical insurance company and especially in legal institution, any failure of this type of patient's health information could lead to humiliation, wrong treatments, relationship issue, or even job loss. Health information perceived as negative can also hinder an individual's abilities to get health insurance coverage. For instance, a patient may require his details to not be shared among insurance companies who could use this information to restrict him from this coverage. More specifically, mission-critical data within the WBAN system is extremely sensitive. That means lack of this data could lead to those consequences as above for the patient. Due to this, privacy risks could be attached great importance to healthcare. WBAN has proven to be a great asset in the medical healthcare practice to deal with the major security threats. Broad level of security measure of encryption and authentication should be applied. Any information about personal health coming from the system must be encrypted at all times. The DOS attack can be prevented by unauthorized modification of data measure while ensure only legitimate devices can insert data for the network. Authentication method can be useful in determining the origin of data. Also in WBAN system, where patients wear various sensors, a centralized control devices for the transmission of data in and out of the network can be helpful. A centralized devices can behave a gateway or block between internal or external communication on the network. Firewalls, routers, and other type of safeguards can be used as security measure and to monitor the network traffic. Another important security and privacy measure is to create awareness in the public about WBAN security and privacy. This is because some end users do not have any understanding of this type of technology and its use and consequences. It will also require governments, industries, and service providers to address the safe measures issue, such as creating legislation, directives, and guidelines for WBAN applications. In future, WBAN system requires security measures to guarantee security, privacy, data integrity, and confidentiality of patients' health records at all times. A supporting WBAN infrastructure must implement specific security operations that guarantee all of these features. Security and privacy of patients' information are the two key features for each WBAN system. For security, current plans are mainly designed for the static wireless sensor networks. The mobility of WBANs with respect to each other need to be encountered in WBAN-specific routing protocols. Another area of development that needs attention and focus is privacy. The patient's medical information can be accessed by different parties, including doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and insurance companies who not only can take sensitive decisions, but also have different privilege to access those sensitive data. In the light of this, a high level of consistent policy setting is needed to protect the patient's privacy. This is my presentation. Thank you for listening.